they can actually snag this map away from Sentinels, you have a higher chance of beating any team, really, when you have Asuna on that raise. He's looked great.
See how it plays out. 100 Thieves on the attack. Sentinels looking to keep up and really continue where they left off from Madrid, walking out with the hardware and everything, and quite frankly, I don't blame them. It was well earned, but the defensive side here is about to be tested. An A, they've got a bunch of utility to hopefully keep them back. Wingman dies, the spike hits the ground. And this will force a quiet moment. There's so much going on around the map here. You've got a three-man flank coming in through Spawn. You've got a little bit happening mid from Zelsis as well. Cryo.
They're so worried about Cryo. They're trying to re-clear him, but he hasn't shown since he updrafted earlier. But Tens is still not missing a beat. The human aimbot back in action, bringing it over from Madrid. He's been so great. Even in Madrid, he looked phenomenal.
He looked world class.
Yeah. And again, better than ever, which is like, I mean, that's tough.
Speaking of which, pushing forward, spotting the IGL, 100 Thieves. Feeling the pressure and handling it beautifully. Yes, Zelsis was there on the other side. Saucy's just going to hold the defuse. Sentinels are going to get it. And that, honestly, that felt very effortless.
They're so confident in their retakes, and they don't skip a beat. They understood that Cryo made a lot of presence in that mid area early on. And I thought Cryo played his spot pretty well. I mean, he delayed long enough, made the entire enemy team re-clear him, but it just wasn't enough. And the chemistry right here between Zelsis and Tens, it was amazing, right? Tens knows that when he's taking pop shots on the guy on the left side, that someone probably will swing him from the right. Zelsis is already trained on that angle, and it ends up just being a 2v1. Beautiful start to this game for Sentinels. Zekin. He's so confident. Pops that dash.
At the ready with Guardian in hand. No one dare challenge. At least not yet. And now as he spots 3 different heads.
A little scary. Oh, Tyson.
Just when it looked like Boosty was going to get a timing.
When you're Boosty on the spot, you hear the KO running away, you're like, oh,
I'm good.
I got the timing.
Exactly.
But no, Saucy's right there for some reason, you know? Oh, what is he cooking with this pop flash?
It's a little something over the wall to try to fight through. Again, still haven't managed to get the spike down. It's sitting on the floor as they try to win out their fights. He used the only one left, and he falls shortly thereafter. Sentinels continue to cruise.
Nice. And a lot of guns purchased from the side of Sen, so this is a pretty healthy bonus round for them. Like, this could be very devastating for 100 Thieves if they don't get early kills. Oh my gosh. 605 days.
Yikes.
It's quite a bit of time, bro.
Yeah.
It's nuts.
Yeah, you were just mentioning the bonus and how much of a healthy buy Sentinels have here. It's a share for Tens, but rifle surrounding it. Zekin again, alone up here, has the dash to get away, to jump out. A little damage dealt onto Cryo, but that's all it is for now.
Hey, look at the support. He has John QT just sitting top site, watching his cross. And probably a molly will come out, I'm assuming, after John makes the contact. So Zekin can just hold down this yellow area. And when you have control of this, you have so much information. So as soon as this A utility comes through from the side of 100 Thieves, you're going to see Zekin clear out this B area and maybe rotations come in.
It seems like Bang is ready for it. He's waiting.
This should be the cue for Zekin to start prodding for a little bit of information.
Again,
shortly.
I think Bang has a lot to do here. If he can cut, but the knife's going to give him away.
Yep.
Now Zekin with an understanding that there is someone waiting. He gets a kill onto him. And he was smooth, steady with it.
That is a huge kill. But you see this, the rotation's still coming into A. This is actually really good IGLing from Boostio.
And I guess maybe you make it a little bit more sellable with Cryo being the only one A, but the rest of 100 Thieves has gone B, and they're doing so quietly.
This is a really, really good call from Boostio. I'm very impressed with this. And they have complete control of site. What do they do with it, though? Do they try to get pushed up? And here we go. You have Boostio, the IGL himself.
In such an unexpected position.
Yeah, it is a one and done, but he is just going to have a one here.
Oh, it's Zelsis on the other side. The elbow has been spotted. The bullets swing out, and Zelsis falls. Bucio tries to drop into another kill, but ends up dropping to his death.
And that's the alarm bot.
Start to see some of that utility come through. Cryo on the late flank. The dash is proc. The first is found. And an attempt at a re-aggress as John looks like he's going to be able to get it to happen. He still has so much to deal with. 100 Thieves on the board.
Wow. Bucio's IGLing in this round was an absolute... It was just an absolute wonder to watch. I mean, yeah, Bang died early, and you know how hard it is on a map like Icebox to win a round when you don't have Viper smokes up? But he understood that they showed so much presence toward the A side of the map that, I don't know what that was, but they showed so much presence towards the A side of the map. They understood that they baited the rotations out, and then when Zekin gets that kill on Bang, it solidifies that even more. Okay, everybody's probably towards A, because after he killed Bang, he didn't see anybody else on the screen. There's no reason to stay.
That Knife didn't tag anyone else either. It was just that one.
Exactly.
Yeah, you're right.
And then to have the heads-up awareness to, you know, try to even it out. You understand that it's a 4v5. You have to make numbers even and make plays like that. The reflank from Cryo was all really well done.
No Gecko util yet. A momentary pause. And a delay as they have to wait out the suppression.
That dagger hit a lot of people, and you know, the big key difference in this map is the Sova and the KO. That's what I'm saying, that the Gecko ult clearing out all of A site.
They've taken so much space, but can they hold it? We've talked so much about the prowess that is the center. Retake! But Cryo with 4!
Oh my gosh!
Hey, that's the round.
That was insane! Is Cryo back?
That certainly looked like it.
Oh my gosh. They just lined up for him right there.
Thrash isn't done with you.
I like how 100 Thieves in these post plants are playing a little bit aggressive, having people pushed up in these spots, not allowing Sentinels to just do their set retakes that they have. And I think that's a important thing to do against a team like Sen, who are so rehearsed and dialed in on these retakes. You want to disrupt them, not let them have their perfect image of that, because honestly, with how Sen have been playing, and we saw it in Madrid, 9 times out of 10 you're going to lose. Nice round. Nice 4K from Cryo there.
Hey, I imagine we're going to get a look at that one again.
Yeah, that was clean. And just that little peek. He hits the nice collat there, but that little peek, killing Zekin before that flash actually connects onto him is everything. I love the little nod.
So yeah, I did that.
Yeah, that was me.
Uh-huh.
All me.
5-2 for the Duelists, 1 away from Blades. Still rocking the Phantom, and they're playing so soft on A here. You see how far back they're playing, I guess expecting some aggression from the defensive side. But in fact,
very wise.
Oh, and in fact, it's actually B, where they're currently postured and pressuring. Zekin has to dash away. They've left a little trap.
It's all a bait. It's all a bait.
It's tucked in. There it is. Finds 2 off the flash. Saucy's there to get the 3rd.
Down, B.
And this is why I love Saucy. He just, I feel like he makes the correct play so many times. Like, yeah, he could have sat there like and just tried to challenge and gotten the kill and maybe secure the round had he gotten it. But if he dies, he understands that the entire round opens up for 100 Thieves.
I mean, I just loved, I mean, and yes, Saucy was a part of it, but I love the layers to what they just tried doing.
Yeah.
Zekin had to have been seen,
yep,
right? Or else the threat isn't there, and then he dashes away, and they think, oh, it might be free. And then 10 sets up that 2K. That was perfect.
Yeah, a little pop flash for himself. Even Saucy showing there as well. Just a nice little bait and switch. Cryo knows he has to do something here. He has to get an early pick onto this retake.
Try to get numbers back in their favor.
And Saucy's so smart to use it from there. To use the Gecko ult from there.
It didn't get a ton of value, though. Gets caught early. Cryo dashing backwards. EU not far off.
Oh
That's
my
the
gosh.
first. And now we're at 2s. Now this becomes far more possible, far more doable. But Saucy drops the first. Cryo, the hero of the previous round.
He has updraft though.
Tries to get away.
At the move.
Tries to get away and he falls. Yeah, you're not updrafting away from Zelsis there.
And yeah, it was a very early ult. Like, he used it from so far back, Saucy did, but I actually think it was so good because with the way that 100 Thieves have been playing these post plants so far, you can tell, especially when they're down numbers, they're trying to find something, anything. So just denying that early pick and getting that dash out early, I mean, it makes a difference. 10's already at 6 assists.
Yeah, it's been a great start for him.
I mean, man, this guy cannot be stopped this year.
Check in with a couple of ults on the side of 100 Thieves, Cryos, Blades, but more importantly, EU has his ult too. Cryo starting to feel some of the pressure that Zekin takes, and there's the ult that we were just referring to. This tandem has been very effective for 100 Thieves so far. Zekin's not able to find any values. 100 Thieves continue to push towards A. Sasi's left alone. The only thing keeping them apart.
No way. No way.
Is the wall. Oh, and not a single kill is found.
Oh my gosh.
Such a tough situation to convert into. Zelsis getting one with 4 more to find and nothing doing.
And 10's actually got caught lacking up on that top gen. He actually made that jump as a KO. It's actually really cool that he's able to do that because you don't expect a character like KO to be up there, but I mean, just gets taken out by the wide swing from Cryo, and then trades coming in, being overwhelmed on that A site. This is the dangerous thing about, you know, being pushed. Huh?
You have the telestrator. You need to break that down or something? I don't know. That's your job.
Well, as you can see,
that's your job. Turning attention over to round 7. Glider by for Sentinels. Zelsis with a stinger. All attention B. Behind the Viper wall. Boostio's ult online and invested.
And a fast pace, too. This is like right off the rip of the round. We haven't seen this so far from 100 Thieves. Taking control of all that B space, putting the KJ ult down.
Yeah, honestly, I like the pace, too, because you don't really give an opportunity for 10 to use his ult reactively. They're going to take so much space, though. Bang has gotten behind them. The timing on this is huge! They all fall. Another one in favor of 100 Thieves.
Very convincing round right there. The fast, decisive B hit after they've been kind of playing semi-slow. Showing a lot of utility at A in the previous round. Now just going for the B split with late lurks.
Sentinels calling a timeout. It's not too shabby of a streak. We'll see how things change on the other side of this timeout. Sasi, the only one from the defense with the rifle. Meanwhile, if you look at the side 100 Thieves, they've got resources for days. And their ult cycles are starting to come online. Many of them just 1-2 points away. There's real danger of a snowball becoming an avalanche. And Sentinels just getting crushed under it.
Oh my God.
Talk about comfort. Cryo's sitting cozy right now.
He came ready to play today. He's trying to make a statement right now. Yeah, you may have won Madrid, but I've been sitting here watching you play and I want it.
And yeah, these are eco frags, but I think again, we talk so much about confidence and we talk about what that does to play throughout the rest of the map. I think it has pretty tremendous implications.
Yeah, and especially on the duelist role, I think it's very important
Yes.
to be warmed up and heated up and have that confidence when you're swinging players to, you know, not just swing to swing, but to swing to kill, you know? There's a big difference. When you have the intent of someone being there, you're just more dialed in on your crosshair. You hit every shot like he just did. Look at this. I mean, it wouldn't be Zelsis if he didn't get a kill with the SEN bundle.
Last player standing.
Junkie T tried getting into it. Zelsis is not able to convert on another, so nothing really saved. 100 Thieves with the 2-round lead. EU 1 away from having his ult online. Bang has his carried into the 9th.
And I think that timeout was mainly for this first gun round. So let's see what Kaplan cooked up. And here's the replay. It really looks pretty easy for Cryo right now. It's not like he's hitting some insane shots. It's just very, very good crosshair placement.
This is gonna be fun.
I think one notable difference here, Zekin has the op. First time of the map, if I'm not mistaken.
And it's going to be hard to clear him out without having that KO knife to, you know, tag him, find out where he is, because there's a lot of unbreakable knives that you can throw that'll give you that info.
Oh, it's going to be on Boostio to go exploring and hunting, fishing, perhaps.
Yeah. I love this Viper wall. It allows you to lurk into the spot that Boostio's at, play the mind games, listen for the rotates.
I think
And if anybody pushes up, you can punish.
yeah, but I think the interesting thing is this is the same thing we saw a couple of rounds ago, but it was Bang, right? Who was in this exact position.
Yeah.
With Zekin on the other side. Now, mind you, previously it was a knife from Tens that gave that away. Doesn't seem like it's going to be the case this time, but...
And that's a great shout, and I wonder if Bang is going to show somewhere on purpose so the enemy team understands, oh, you know, we saw the default before, and he was actually lurking at B. So maybe if he shows somewhere, maybe if he shows on A or something, even just a molly, that might make the rotate from Sen go to A site, but not budging.
Second has been patient in his positioning.
Monster on the loose.
Reasonably so, given that John's over his shoulder. The Thrash invested A.
30
the second
seconds
one.
left.
Yeah. And that's the hit.
Another free site.
And again, it comes down to retakes, but this time there are two considerable tools to work with. They have Zelsis's ult. They have Sasi's ult as well.
Wow, look at this Viper ult. That is so cool. It gets a little cubby over there. And of course, Cryo playing in front of his team.
And Bang playing tucked away as safe as humanly possible. There's going to be a late flank out from Boostio if the timing is right. Cryo and Asuna have fallen. And Bang is going to join. Everything fell apart on this one. It didn't get to half, but it's a 1v5, and there's plenty of time. The retakes again.
Ball was committed in that. I don't know if I agree with that. You're down 1v5. That's a tough round to win. But yeah, the retake was amazing. And they even had the Gecko Molly to fish out the one gap in the KJL. Those small little details make it impossible, because if that Molly doesn't come through, Bang can survive and get back into the gas, and you're good. And you just play spam on the bomb with the Sobalt, and everyone's one-shot kill. And we saw, you know, Cryo still tried to disrupt the retake, but that KJL, I mean, he had to push back after he used that dash. But now look, Boostio has an off in play, attack off. Let's see if he can catch anybody off guard early on.
He's been historically good with it.
Yeah. And actually, Bang told him from the previous round, hey, Zelsis likes to peek under the tube, so that's why I think he bought it. He's holding that under tube area. And as I say that, Zelsis gets a pop flash peek, but info gathered, that's it.
The alarm bot left to protect. And now 100 Thieves have a moment to slow things down, as really has been the approach in a couple of these rounds. I do think the interesting thing about how we've seen them play this attack side is that it's been dynamic, right?
Yeah.
They've been pacey, they've been more methodical and meticulous.
And even mixing up the sites that they're doing it at.
They've shown a lot of depth and a lot of intent in playing the entire map to its full potential. And there's the pick that you were looking for from Boosty.
What do they do with it now?
That was pretty.
And he gets the info, KO being there. And look at B.
He's so far up. Bang has gotten behind them.
30 seconds left.
If there's an attempt to save, it might be spoiled.
Oh my gosh. Easy pickings right now for Bang.
And they're running circles around Sentinels right now. Cryo's playing well. Bang is getting space. Boosty's picking people with the op. This is a great start for 100 Thieves.
And you see the game plan right now when they do their A default. They're getting somebody inserted, whether it's Boostio, whether it's Bang, towards that B area of the map, just listening for the rotations. And, I mean, they could have gone back there. This time they decided to commit.
Yeah.
And this was, that was the... Yeah, that knife was insane.
That was pretty. I think the tough thing is, too, we saw Zelsis set up the alarm bot mid, which is generally, if you're going to get a late hit, like if you're going to get late flank, that's where it's coming from. It's so much harder to worry about the exact opposite side of the map in situations like that. So again, I think indicative of how 100 Thieves are really looking to play the entire map.
Yeah. And they invest a lot of utility early on to take control of whether it's early A, this time it's early B.
He was ready for it.
Yeah.
And again, 100 Thieves find themselves in a big, in a numbers advantage. And it's just one, but you just can play things so much more freely.
Whoa.
Pit invested by John.
But they're already yellow.
There's a player just on the other side.
What a flash.
He still gets a kill onto Boosty. And that was the immediate threat.
That could have been very dangerous for Sentinels, but that pop flash from Tyson was
It was perfect.
Amazing.
Again, showing proficiency on the roll.
Yeah.
They're leaning back A. They still have a lot of Zelsys' utility to play around. They've got all of the KJ utils. Zelsys falls, though. It's no longer around.
30 seconds
John
left.
is going to be late on the rotation, too. So you imagine Sentinels are going to wait
Spike
for everyone to
planted.
get together and then attempt this retake.
This is so hard. Everyone pushed up here. But this, yeah, this flank has to everything right now.
But even then, I mean, you have to be able to alleviate
standing.
some of the pressure on the front, and they just can't.
It's too late.
Bang gets a couple of big kills, and John has no choice but to save.
I like that they're up 4v3, 100 Thieves, and they decide to all play in and take the fight to Sentinels once again. They didn't even care about the flank. They're like, all right, let's just flip it. Why not? And I think 100 Thieves should have an idea that John went to go save that off. And they've been doing a good job not getting, you know, first blooded by anybody from Sen. Using a lot of utility, like I said, on their defaults early on, committing the drone, committing the
Last
Gecko Flash,
round
picking
in
it
the
back
half.
up, and then just holding. Or depositing somebody and going back to the other side.
That was big.
Yeah.
Because again, I think we've seen a lot of situations where 100 Thieves have a numbers advantage, and it's because of little plays like that,
Yep.
where they're just so much more comfortable.
And, you know, it might look troll of Zekin to, like, re-swing into that, but with the way that 100 Thieves have been playing, he has to, like, re-clear that to understand if they're there or not. Because they've been leaving a lurk a lot of the times. If he catches that one lurk out, I mean, that can give you the edge in the round.
A beautiful half from 100 Thieves so far. Still one round left to play.
Oh yeah!
Odd shot
Monster
rattled.
on the loose.
Thrash invested. Zelsys has been here a couple of times. Gets the timing. I thought he was going to get punished by Bang.
Wow.
But they continue to double down.
That spike, Wings.
And it feels like for the first time in a little while, Sentinels have a big numbers advantage. EU and Asuna, the only one around. Asuna falls, EU joins them. The last round of the half for Sentinels, yeah.
Not bad. Not bad at all. 100 Thieves looking pretty good. But can they keep it up on the defense?
Switching sides.
Sentinels is not a team that just rolls over for teams. They make it hard every single time. And we've seen them in a way bigger deficit and come back on their attacking side.
I think the one benefit for Sentinels is they've been in positions like this before. We'll see if that confidence translates, as Sue said, because Sentinels are still down 2 rounds against 100 Thieves. And yeah, you can have the conversation and discourse around whose map pick it was and whatnot, but the truth is, it really has felt like 100 Thieves have had control of the majority of this map. Asuna already farming an early orb.
Yeah.
This pistol's big, though, on a close map like this. Cryo getting his first and getting away is big.
That's awesome. 4 people here for that setup. And EU is just tucked on top of this area. I don't know if he's gonna be hard cleared or not. He might just get free kills right here.
Yeah, I mean, he's tucked. Oh, the Dizzy might be a problem. The flash just drops down, plays his life for now. Cryo swinging backside as Saucy commits to the plant, or Wingman does anyway. Ten's doing his best to will this thing back his way. The 2v2 falls into Boostio left alone.
They didn't see him though.
No, they're both weak. Oh my gosh. Big from Saucy, big from Sentinels.
He went insane. Seriously. The kill that he got on the Bang, I believe it was like an insta. And they were in a Viper's pit, all 3 players. So the fact that he just 2-tapped him like that quickly, was crazy.
And again, that was off of an opener from Cryo. They had the numbers advantage, and yeah, in pistols, that doesn't quite mean the same, but they had a lot of things leaning their way.
Smiles. I'd be smiling too if I would have pistol that way. You were down.
Yep.
Big.
No buy, no investment from the defense. Really, other than the fact that 4/5 of their team are sitting B, and that's where a lot of Sentinels are as well.
Whoa!
1 kill found by Bang, but you imagine the rest
Last player
will fall
standing.
shortly
Oh my
thereafter.
gosh.
John with 3. Yeah, he may have just gotten off the plane, but he seems to be clicking just fine.
Convincing. And yeah, 100 Thieves lost these last 2 rounds, but both times they had the majority of the players in the right spot. They had 4 people B when Sentinels did the B default. They had 4 people on A when Sentinels went for the pistol round at A. So the reads are in there. Like, so clearly the prep is good. They understand how Sentinels likes to play this map. Cryo early off.
Light armor too.
And he's going for a mid pick.
Well, that's not the target he was looking for.
He decides to not shoot the turret there, and I wonder if Celsius understands that that could be the off.
We're gonna have to keep a close eye on how many crashes we get. Sasi's already gotten his first. Spotted 2, if I'm not mistaken. But Bang boldly staying. The dizzy in one, the flash on the other from the KO, and Celsius swinging and dropping both. We'll see if we can get another look at it, but Sasi's getting in on it as well. This was really where things feel like they were supposed to start. This is where 100 Thieves were supposed to be able to fight back with weaponry.
Oh, man.
And it's all onto EU now. A 1v4, a bonus converted. Sentinels look good on the attack side.
And like I said, like we've seen Sentinels be down crazy amounts. Most notably on Sunset of all maps, but when they get on that attacking side,
oh wow,
and they can control the pace of the rounds, they can do things like this. And winning the bonus is so huge. It just completely ruins the economy of 100 Thieves and basically just gives you infinite money for the rest of the half if you're Sentinels.
It's just such a cozy lead they've given themselves. But again, for as many times as we've seen that, we've seen teams pull out a thrifty win in circumstances that you think they wouldn't or shouldn't be able to.
Yeah.
We'll see if 100 Thieves can do a bit of the same. Already hot to trot, rotating B.
All 5 players.
This is just like what we saw 2 rounds ago. But this time they have a thrash.
Oh, great molly from John there.
And you farm this blind. You farm this hold so many times, you can get another.
And you set that up perfectly, Doug. The thrifties. John has to go huge here in this mid area of the map.
A shuffling of the weapons, Bang and Cryo, the 2 with rifles. John has much to do about it. And he often delivers for his team. Gets the first mollies and gets away, buys some time.
Look at Celsius.
He's just a nuisance right now.
Oh,
A slight miss. And Bang cleans him up. The thrifty comes through just when it looked like there was going to be some stabilizing. It falls apart.
no! And I spoke about economy, but it doesn't even matter when you thrifty right back after losing the bonus. So they're still in it. Easily could have been a 9-7.
I think that's what most people expected.
Yeah.
But it's been the gamble stacks. You know, you mentioned at the beginning of the half, it feels like their reads are right. They're in the right place at the right time. And that's a large part of why they were able to convert this round.
I think that Tyson may have team flash there. Onto Zekken at the top, because when he dropped, you know, we saw it. Like Zekken had like all the white on his face, so maybe a little bit of a misflash there from Tyson. Ended up being in the benefit of 100 Thieves there.
They still have weapons. They still have enough money for Sentinels to buy. Light armor on 4 of 5.
And this is going to be the 1-2 punch combo with Cryo and Bang.
And Cryo as an op.
Yeah. A little up, down. Wow.
Dude, Cryo is...
He did his homework.
Yeah.
He understands where Saucy likes to throw that Gecko Flash and what the gap is. And it's on that top box.
I mean, if nothing else,
So well played.
They look prepared.
Yeah, that was so well played, because even if Sen decided to walk into the site there, they had an up-down setup. The knife misses.
Unlucky knife.
Oh.
See if they can navigate around that. Tense pushing forward. Dizzy gooping everybody.
Oh my gosh.
How much more can
Crowd's in there.
And he's going to continue to push. Right past the wall. Right past the defenses. Right to another for 100 Thieves.
Yo, Cryo is looking He's looking crazy right now.
He's got a 20 bomb.
He just
still has
ran.
op.
Yeah, he just ran straight into sight from heaven with a shorty, picks up a rifle, and then just pushes through the Viper wall. Yeah, this guy's feeling it.
Yeah.
Later.
A 1-round lead for 100 Thieves just when it seemed like Sentinels was going to be able to roar this thing back and kind of run away with it. You see the resilience from the defense. The op currently sitting B. That's not where the attack is headed.
So far for Sen, we haven't really seen a lot of like lurking or any type of pressure in mid too much. It's been just stacks everywhere.
EU with the flash in his face has to give the space up.
Jeez.
Now Asuna getting a bit of the same treatment. Unfortunately walks into a molly, takes some damage, and then dies.
That gives the KJL.
EU has no real way out of this.
Is he gonna stay and try to kill as many as he can?
I think he is.
Look at Bang, Pine.
Do they clear him?
Whoa!
Oh no. Oh, that's like a jump scare. It's a horror game. But Cryo and Bang still get a couple. And now Tens is left in a 1v2. Quiet though. Can he do it again?
Spike retrieved.
Another potential Tens moment on the cards if he can pull off this 1v2. Blades used. Cryo has been confident. He's been consistent. He's been calculated. And he wins it out.
Wow. And I like that from Bang. He had the perfect flank, takes his time, gets his 1 or 2, and then groups up with Cryo there just to secure the 2v1. They don't want to give these 1v1s to anybody from Sentinels because they know, you know, Sen can win easily if you give them the shots. And this A hold so far from 100 Thieves, it's been very aggressive. They've been going for the fights. Even Asuna there, like, he could have tucked behind the box the whole time, but he decided to go for his chamber with the jet. But just way more aggressive play from him in general.
And that aggression is working out. 3 rounds in a row for them. As we turn our attention towards the 19th, there's a bit of that aggression. And yes, this time it's intended for EU to get the orb. Got some help around him. Cryo gets flash, has to give the space up.
They just give, yeah. They should give. They're maniacs, but they're maniacs, Doug.
Tens falls. Should be in a position to get rezzed. Yeah, there he goes. Elsa brings him back from the depths. Cryo with the up still. A miss for perhaps the first time this map. And now Zekin's up top. EU short lead. Not expecting it, but he does. Lands the shots on him. AU and Cryo left in a 2v4 with a pit in their face. They're going to have to get around that.
I can't use
And
that.
their economy's pretty good, so maybe just going for damage here
Here.
is the name of the game. But I mean,
Yeah, the damage is a one-way
just gets
street
spammed.
right now, yeah.
if I'm EU here, no, I'm going for a kill. At least you're going to get ult online. I think that's what he's trying to do here. He's going to do it.
Maybe catch an exit on the way out.
Yeah, from the way out.
That's big here, too. He hears them. He
Even
knows
if
they're
he
coming.
dies, it's okay. It's
Yeah.
fine. Get the ult orb, though. It's so worth it.
They might not give him...
Yeah.
Yeah, they're not going to give him the fight. They're not going to give him an inch.
And I wonder now if I'm Sentinels, maybe I do some kind of trap onto that A orb because 100 Thieves have been honestly abusing the fact that they can just grab it for free, even on pistol round, right? We
They
saw.
did it in the previous round, too.
Yeah. They've been farming it. That's a crazy shot. I want to see the shot through the smoke. There it is. Okay. Bye, Cryo. NT.
Again, there was a ton of conversation around EU, 1 point away from his ult, what they're going to do with it. It doesn't seem like they're trying anything early.
And you see it. The whole play was to punish if EU went for that orb.
Yeah.
So it's very wise from 100 Thieves to not do that and just play the KJL, basically retake here. But does Busio get hard cleared? That's the question.
We saw EU here a little bit ago. Spotted. The blades don't land.
Now he only has a deagle.
That's normally enough for Second. We'll see if it plays out that way. Saucy committing to the plant. The spike
planted.
dropped, and they're going to have to get through a pit, too.
Is that gonna break? No.
Wow. Channeled all the way through. And the thing is, 100 Thieves have taken so much space off of this. They want to continue to fight, and Bank delivers again. But the counterpunch comes through at just the right moment. Asuna not able to get it to half. He's left alone. A 1v3 will not convert. Sentinels tie us at 10.
And yeah, Bang, he took the timing to get pushed up there and get 2, but I'm just wondering if his Viper pit was actually covering the bomb or not, because if it was, it probably would have been wise to just keep that up. Make Sentinels go for the spam. Make them expose themselves and just kill them, because they had all the space gathered off of that KJ ult. And that's a tough round to lose when you invest a big ult like that. Two big ults.
Yeah. One that feels like it should have been sure. Slips through your finger. Geckos. He's had a couple, but not really to the same degree that we've seen in the past.
Yeah. I think 100 Thieves are doing a good job of delaying bomb plants in general, and that's been delaying Saucy from getting his ult up online, like he does on maps like Sunset.
Yeah.
What does he decide to do with this ult? I think A is a great approach with the Gecko ult. You can clear out most of the site with it. And 100 Thieves love playing on top of the screen area.
Yeah, they've had, what, 3 different people up there.
Yeah.
Right? It's been Busio, it's been EU, now it's Asuna.
Oh.
Cryo down low. Oh, a hand spotted. The shot doesn't connect.
Get out, buddy.
Cryo has to dash away, and Second went hunting. Hot on his tail, but ultimately dies for it.
Oh my gosh.
Cryo continuing to dash around.
my
Taking
gosh.
so much damage.
Player
And
standing.
the aggression pays off once more. But even in the face of all of that, Bang's the one who's left alone. Chunky T and Zelsis looking to get the lead over to Sentinels. Can Bang do anything about it? He's been really good for them so far, but he's not going to land the shots this time.
Jordan with the crab walk. One tapped him. And the crazy thing is Cryo played that nearly perfect, but it still wasn't enough.
He found so much value just when you think like, oh, he's going to die now.
He lived
Surely
for so
he doesn't
long.
get more, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I thought Bang was gonna have the one up on him there.
Me too.
Zelsis just too fast.
If I'm not mistaken, other than the pistol, this is the first time the Sentinels have had a lead.
Yeah.
There.
And very aggressive here again is Zekin, denying that orb.
Oh, he's giving his position away. Austin takes a little bit of damage. Oh, Cryo again.
He's doing everything right now for his team.
I think the question comes down to, though, is that enough? Right? Is that enough?
This would be completely necessary. If Bang gets this kill onto Jordan, it'll really be tough for Sentinels to get the bomb down. You're going to see EU probably invest the Sova ult on the tap. And then Asuna has the Gecko ult for the retake, and that's the kill I was talking about.
It's traded right back, though. That was the only person anywhere close by, except for you mentioned with the ult, but...
This is so winnable if you're 100 Thieves. You have the Gecko ult, and this is why you see Zekin pushing up. He knows he has to get a kill, try to even it out.
The target matters, too. You hear Dizzy go over the top, nothing found. And there's the first instance, potentially of more. They invest both. EU uses his ult, Asuna does too. Cryo falls, and are seeing some of those rifles come through and be a problem.
Oh no.
They invested heavy into this as well.
That's the worst case scenario. You have nothing, no ults going in the next round. Good job from Sentinels to dodge all the ults, dodge the Sova ult,
And we got it.
dodge the Gecko ult.
Flashbang.
And that Gecko ult has to be invested early on because of what Zekin did, showing presence all the way pushed up on default.
Sure.
Had he not done that, Asuna would have no reason to use the ult from so far away, and they could have used it closer.
seems like the attack might try to explore mid a little bit. We haven't
This
seen them
might
do
be
that.
one of the first rounds they've done it in
Yeah.
the perfect time.
We haven't seen them do that very much at
You're
all.
on match point. Set up the lurk here. There's no alarm bot watching it, so the body has to be holding it. And I wonder off of this drone if Jordan tries to take the timing up mid, but 100 Thieves is wary of it. They're still holding for him.
Actually got a lot of value out of that. He cleared so much space with that drone.
Yeah.
And look at the mini-map. Sentinels are so patient right now.
Yeah, they're just letting it cook right now. 100 Thieves have a good idea, though. They still have 4 here. They don't need to worry about it. Pretty much a retake B.
Including the op. Start to see some of the utilities soar across the sky.
This is the perfect call.
Again, they haven't done this. I think the one thing you got to be careful about is the turret that was in kitchen. Spotted, get cleared out. Now Busio's going to be on a late flank mid. The timing on this is going to be massive. Meanwhile, Cryo and Atsuno up top, holding things down. It seems like Sentinels have been stuffed. Cryo with the op, Sasi with the filthy shot. He gets 3 on the round.
He's getting the res.
A 3v2, Bang and
an
Bustio
animal.
left alone. Bustio falls. Can Bang do it on his own? A 1v2? No! Sasi with 4 and Sentinels secure Icebox.
No wonder why you got ego. Closer than I think people think it could be, but I still think that it's going to be an uphill battle for them.
I think the other thing to keep in mind is we saw them struggle a little bit in Madrid on split. The proficiency that they had on it was
That's targets.
exposed, maybe isn't the right word, but they certainly lost
Yeah.
more maps than I think people expected them to. So with 100 Thieves having the ability to prep whatever they want, right? To watch all of that film for the entire tournament, I can totally see a situation, a world where 100 Thieves feel really confident. They feel prepared heading into this map.
Yeah, as they should, and you know, even off the last map, you know, they played very well, and I think that, you know, that's a testament to how much work they've put in.
I wonder though too, as Sentinels flirt with the middle of the map a little bit here.
They have contacted all the way from A main into the vent area.
Yeah, they have no idea.
So unique.
He has a frenzy. First kill found. Zelfs is not able to find anything.
Gotta clear your corners.
Bang over the top. Helping him out and bailing him. Oh, dude, this contact approach that they've had around the entire map just continues. This time he used hunting for it. Lucio not able to land the shots. And now Zekin going hunting,
Spike planted.
daring to challenge.
What a great nade.
I mean, it was perfect. Heel's gonna top him off, and now it's gonna be on 100 Thieves to retake the space, find a little bit of room to work.
He does have satchels to get out of here.
Oh, he's gonna have to use them. Tries to get up top. Busio plucks him out of the sky. Sasi down low, not able to do anything with it. 100 Thieves get the pistol.
Wow, I was really worried for 100 Thieves when I saw Sentinels contact all the way up A main and go into vent.
Yeah.
Had anyone actually been there, they would have lost the round guaranteed. But their pistol was good. It was a heavy male setup. And just pretty passive on the A, just, you know, playing towards that CT area of the map, giving all of that heaven space.
You know, I think another conversation, as I want to call back to Icebox one more time, because one of the big parts of the success that 100 Thieves found was Cryo just went nuts, right?
Yeah.
He almost went double positive, if I'm not mistaken, on Jet.
Yeah.
It's hard to deliver that same performance on an agent like Astra.
Unless you're Demon 1, yeah.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, fair.
It's a very valid point. Asuna's going to need to step up big as well on this raise. And we've seen him do it time and time again. We know he's comfortable on the character. Is he ready for Sentinels, though? And again, this A contact from Sen. Conditioning that early on.
Right there.
Boosty dealing a little bit of damage.
Should be bombed down here. For free.
Right there.
And if that's all that plays out, I think for Sentinels you get a decent situation. Any gun that you can drop feels like a win. They didn't invest very much. 100 Thieves did into the round. Asuna pushing forward, dropping John QT. Ken's not able to find anything with it. So 100 Thieves will get their second. And honestly,
Pretty clean.
yeah, all things considered.
pretty clean. And it's already a good sign for 100 Thieves, the fact that they're willing to give up the site, even on an eco round. Not push it, not rush it, use their utility. And they have so much utility, by the way, for these retakes. You have Fade Prowlers, you have the Eye, you have Boostio with the Wingman to defuse the bomb, or a Molly to clear out Hell. It's a lot of utility with this composition.
Lots of tools at their disposal.
Yeah, and that's why you're seeing Sen already do this game plan of let's contact, because they understand that if they make a lot of noise and presence, they could easily run into a tether nade or a gecko flash play. You know, it's tough when you play against all this utility, but
that's a really good point.
A good way to outplay it is by just walking into the space, not making it obvious that you're there.
A 4-0 start for Asuna on the raise, 1 point away from Showstopper.
This is aggressive from 100 Thieves on a round.
There.
1 for 1.
He's got his ult. And I mean, the fact that you have the ult round 3 suggests that, I mean, you want to invest it, right? Go ahead and use it.
Yeah.
Try to steal a cheeky round if you can.
When we spoke about how important the bonus is in the last map for Sentinels, this would be everything. This would be a great start to the half for 100 Thieves if they can win this round. Maybe get one more kill, invest the rocket.
Asuna getting pressured. Fear of what might be behind the dog. Has to drop the nade.
Yeah, and I don't think Sentinels want to hit this site where the raise is at.
Yeah.
If I was Asuna, I'd probably already be leaning once I made presence on this A side and just go to B already. Because of this right here.
Gonna get a lot of room to work mid. Remember, it is just Cryo who's B.
The A main clear was a little bit too late. Not going to be here in time, but if Cryo can survive for long enough, the rotate with the rocket can come in. Oh, that was very interesting.
Ambitious?
Ambitious, yeah. To say the least.
I got you.
Spike planted.
And he gets punished for the ambition. Sentinels with site control, with the spike planted, with a gun advantage, with a numbers advantage.
It's tough, you know, maybe he thought that someone was in B main.
Yes. Enemy remaining.
But this is just, yeah.
Yeah, this is getting cleaned up. Asuna's the only one left. Looks like he's going to carry the ult into the next. Maybe find another with the Guardian, but can't. Sentinels are on the board. They punch back. And the one benefit here is, again, as we think about how the finances have played out at the beginning, 100 Thieves have plenty to work with here.
Yeah, they do. I think they had a really good chance of winning this round.
I think so too.
Had Cryo not made that small mistake, and that's what you see when you make tiny mistakes like that against a team of the caliber of Sentinels, who are like champions right now, the best team in the world right now.
Yep.
They're gonna take advantage of that completely. So what ended up being a very winnable round for 100 Thieves that would have put them far ahead. Sentinels just steal it from them. A lot of A main pressure from Sen in all of these rounds, but this time the lurk up B. Cryo dialed in.
Zealous has tried finding a timing.
Very ambitious there to peek after that first kill. Maybe just getting that one and getting out. Playing the 5v4 would have been nice.
I also think, as much as we've talked about Sentinels and their contacting through most of the map, I think we're starting to see some adjustments on how Thieves are using their utility to sniff that stuff out. Right? Like, as soon as the cages go up, EU dogs to clear out A main, to confirm there may be somebody there. And I think because of that, they're able to rotate much earlier than they would otherwise.
Oh my gosh. Such a good call from John. But 100 Thieves might beat them there.
Yeah, it's a foot race.
Not quite there.
It's a foot race, and I don't know if they're going to win it.
Yeah, they didn't do anything to actually keep the 100 Thieves players on that A site. Oh, but they're second guessing themselves again.
Second ult invested. No one on the site. How far up does he push? You imagine as soon as you clear the site, wow, I thought he'd be a little bit more aggressive with it. As soon as it fires, there's people on the other side. Second with 2, bang with the counter. And now the 2 remaining members of 100 Thieves have so much space they need to take, and nothing will be found.
And for a second there, it looked like Zekin was alone, but he wasn't. He had the support of Tyson there, pushing CT together at the perfect timing.
A tandem that was so effective on the international stage, finding success here on Split.
And again, A little bit of an ambitious peek from Cryo, who actually supported
One enemy remaining.
Boostio perfectly there, got the one up. But then he decides to go for more off of that Gecko flash. So, you know, Cryo's been popping off, but I think he's overheating a little bit in some of these rounds, and it's punishing them. I don't blame him, you know, you had such a great map.
Yeah.
You feel like you were aimbotting everybody.
If the hand is hot, you keep shooting, but which has been a tough start for him. Boostio took a considerable amount of damage there.
And Sentinels right now just trying to get early mid info. This is one of the first rounds that they've defaulted 3 players here. Just trying to get info on where the stack could be from the defending side, not trying to get ecoed like they did on Icebox. But as I say that,
Yeah, the problem is the stack is here.
the stack is indeed here.
My ultimate is ready.
They brought it back, and that allows John to get all this free real estate on the A ramp.
I wonder here if they fight to control some of these weapons, or if they just realize they've got the site and they want to take this straight up.
Yeah, John's got such a good spot here.
Yeah, EU,
So pushed up.
EU and Cryo both upgraded weapons, so they have rifles to attempt this.
And light armor on EU. He has to be the difference
Spike
maker here.
planted.
John QT, the first.
At the Moonbase McDonald's.
He has to be the difference
Spike
maker here.
planted.
John QT, the first to greet. Oh, gets 2. Not able to land the 3rd. Cryo left alone. Cryo, who was a monster on the first map, succumbs to 10s.
But, I mean, nevertheless, that was a great eco round from Under Thieves.
Yeah.
I think that Sentinels was trying to fish out to see if it was a mid-fight. And 100 Thieves played it so well. They tucked the entire time and then just took a timing peek with the flashes and everything with the nade.
They lured them in until
Yeah.
there was no exit. There was no chance to get away.
Yeah, it was really good. Really good timing there from 100 Thieves. But heads up play from going into this gun round. And yeah, this is the adaptation. They're putting Asuna and EU here with the nade tether combo. Trying to see if there's any early aggression here.
I also think it's worth mentioning Asuna's been holding on to this ult for a little while, and yeah, he hasn't necessarily had the greatest opportunities to use it, but start to feel some of the diminishing returns of having it so early.
And you see all this utility being used from 100 Thieves because of how Sentinels have walked in to A ramp for the last, I don't know how many rounds. Even last round, John walked all the way up, so they're trying to punish this. But Sen is 1 step ahead. And John's only job here is to keep them here. That's all he has to do. Oh, but this Roomba, that should be a cue for 100 Thieves to understand that the majority is not towards A right now.
That dog did not go up far enough. So John may find a timing here late in the round.
I've got
Meanwhile, the
your
rest of
trail.
Sentinels are leaning over towards B. The Seekers invested the flash out top. Second pushing forward. Currently
gosh, he's
kept
wrapping
apart
pillar.
from his team by the Molly. There it is, Asuna finally pulling the trigger on that. EU joining in. You got to keep an eye on the timing. That late flank from John could be everything, but
Spike
by the time he
down
shows
B.
up, the round is lost.
And they should know
30
at this
seconds
point.
left.
Yeah. He may still be able to pull this off, though. He's healthy. And it's John QT.
Oh, but Bang is dialed in on this angle. It's basically a crossfire.
It's a brutal thing to have to clear, yeah. No real advantage, no way to pull that thing off. Bang cleans him up. We're tied at 3.
And this time, Zekin getting a little too aggressive there in the CT area. He did a great wrap on Pillar. But he got punished by EU.
One enemy
And just
remaining.
didn't buy enough time for John to get value with that flank. And now I'm wondering in the future, maybe they throw a fake on the other side and come back to John in the future.
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking.
Can I get a drop?
Sen is a team that likes to adapt on the fly very quickly. That's why they're so impressive to play against.
I mean,
this time,
they are
very fast A control.
Yeah. They're not comfortable giving up this space anymore. Space that's been free real estate for Sentinels up until this point.
Obscuring vision.
And here are the protocols. The molly out from Bang with the orb to delay the speed up into B heaven. Just fundamentally correct right now. That forces Sentinels to have to reset. And it looks like they're going to re-clear this A space.
And the question is, I think, do they contact their way to clearing out this space that they've had for free the entire half, or do they have to invest utility that they would be using otherwise to get onto A proper? Contact has been the name of the game for them, and it seems like that's what's going to be happening here.
Oh, they didn't shoot.
Asuna.
I still don't think Asuna saw him, but EU gets the one up. Wow!
Spike
The
down
trap was
A.
perfect.
That was beautiful.
EU and Asuna combining to really rip Sentinels to shreds there.
That was really good chemistry between the two young guns. No utility even needed to be used there, too. Just
30
peeking off
seconds
one
left.
another. Poor Jordan. He was on the other side of the map.
Yeah, forced to just sit and
Couldn't
watch.
do anything.
He is one away from ult. We'll see if he gets a fight. There's still plenty of time for it to play out. Yeah, but I think
Yeah.
you know,
10
to think about
seconds
how that
left.
round closed out again is this approach from Sentinels that's been heavy contact, heavy, you know, try to feel out the map without investing utility, without revealing position. Proved to be the difference maker there, of course. As the fight happens, the banner goes up. He gets his ult, though. And survives.
Yeah, it was a really nice macro round from 100 Thieves. They took early A space, pushed John all the way back into spawn, denied the speed up to be heaven, and then Asuna and EU stayed, understanding that they're probably going to contact back in and re-clear the A space. And Asuna, I was speaking about his raise. Look at him. He's 10-4 right now. And it's not like he's doing anything too crazy. He's not going for flashy plays. In that round, he was just jump spotting to bait for EU to get a free kill. And then swinging. So he's playing it really smart right now.
Back to a 1-3-1 approach for Sentinels.
Here.
This time they have to stare at the green goo that's obfuscating their view. Thing is, if they can find some space with the dog that's big, they're going to try to chase on to Bang. But the shorty greets Zekin. You've got Asuna who's up really far into the pit, too.
Yeah, that support. Like I said, he's not trying to make any crazy plays. He's just there. Just doing everything. Team play. Letting the game come to him almost.
First cage goes up, and that's a cue. Boostio invests his ult. And you've got EU who's helping over the top. But they manage to get past it anyway. Saucy with a dizzy in his face lands the shots onto Boostio. Gravity One keeps him grounded. Keep an eye on tens. In a really good position here. Meanwhile, the rest of the site is left up to the fight with the pit invested. That's a really big ult to try to counter it. But Tens' timing here could play spoiler. The only one close by is going to be Cryo. Bang falls. Tens pushing forward.
Gosh.
And he gets dropped by Cryo. Cryo's left in the 1v2. He still has to deal with the pit. This is a big ask out of the star. Can he deliver in this moment? No. Celsius with 3. We're tied again.
I got scared for a second for SEN when 3 players were going towards site. But one of the players from Sentinels coming back to A ramp, supporting Tyson there to take control of heaven as that retake was coming in was the factor. That made the biggest difference. And that's just like a split-second timing. He was so close.
Yeah. That's just so
That's
tough.
a tough round to lose.
1000%.
I mean, they had 4 ults, and they used them all, and they didn't win the round. Devastating loss into that round, but another 1-for-1 here.
The 1-for-1 doesn't really add up when you're playing on defense.
Yeah. It is good that they took out the initiator, though. So no flashes will be in this round, at least for info. Of course, you have the Omen flash for Tyson.
Oh! Lucio playing in and out of the smoke. Another 1-for-1.
Great trade.
Is he going to stick this? Oh, gosh, he stuck it. Cryo played that beautifully.
Oh, he pulled himself.
Tucked behind the pillar to make sure he wasn't seen. The showstopper connects. Every single domino has fallen into 1-for-1 for this round. And it all falls down to 2s now. Oh, Bang left alone, cannot convert. Second with 3, Sentinels with the lead again.
Oh. EU was in such a good spot right there. He could have secured the win by killing John, who had the bomb on the cross, but he whiffed. That's tough.
And again, the way Cryo played that, On to 10s was beautiful. But Bang has been left in a lot of these 1vx situations, and he's been steady for the team so far, but those big ones haven't gone his way.
Yeah. Now the economy in shambles for 100 Thieves.
Yeah, just a stinger for Bang.
Wow, my eyes are down.
And you know, honestly, as much as we've talked about it, the approach hasn't really changed a ton for Sentinels. They continue to 1-3-1. They continue to allow John to drop those cages and then suggest that they're trying to take space A.
John is so good at what he does on that A side of the map.
Yeah.
Blocking vision.
I think it's all part of the conditioning. Cryo trying to land the suck.
What a great nade.
From dashing across, but the nade is good. Bang falls. Oh! Big from Cryo. That's 2. You wouldn't expect 4 HP though in a 2v3. Still just Sheriffs. Cryo falls. Busio's left alone to his own devices with the Sheriff to try to win out a 1v3 with the cam in his face. Tries to tuck behind it. All 3 of them are playing backside, bro. That's a bad.
Exactly.
Forget that.
This would be insane. Oh. Oh my gosh.
Uh-oh.
Nah. Too much.
Yeah.
Too much of an ask. And I like the approach from Sen. You know, showing all that mid control like they did in the previous anti-eco. This time, wary of there being a trap there. So they go back and just hit B. And I think hitting B on anti-eco rounds is pretty efficient.
Yeah.
You can clear out a lot of the close angles with utility and not have to worry about it. Zek and getting free entries into the site.
A 2-round lead. A 2-round lead for Sentinels. They've got the Seekers from Saucy to work with here too.
Here's the change of pace. But they're ready for it.
This is fast, but you're absolutely right.
Where's the nade?
There was no follow-up. Zekin was past it anyway. Dog confirming present. Showstopper, but he dodges it. Without taking the lick of damage. Literally nothing. Ultimately punished at the hands of Asuna anyway. Saucy with the flashes. He tries to double down, but Zelsis is there to help. Meanwhile, while all of that erupts, on A, we see a fight mid go the way of Bang. Zelsis and Saucy fall. That was an outrageous start to that round.
The utility from 100 Thieves, that's what I was talking about. The trap plays that they have different layers to them. So even if the first layer didn't work, the tether nade, right? They didn't commit to that. Now you have the rocket. Then you have Boostio throwing the molly behind on that ramp area. I mean, that must be a lineup. That was sick.
I still don't know where that
awareness to hold mid.
I still don't know where that rocket went.
Zek can just jump past it.
Just vanished.
Last second.
Last round of the half. An ult for Cryo, but that's it. And this is very different from the 1-3-1 we've seen a lot. This time it's a fast hit A. No attempt to take Heaven. They're just trying to go through main. Play behind all the walls. They have to play with the smokes. And that's enough.
Yeah, that was a great read from John. Understanding that the A trap was there the last round. Not many teams like to do a back-to-back trap in the same spot. For good reason as well.
How do 100 Thieves approach this retake? The Cosmic Divide will tear them apart. Saucy gets 2 big ones. Threes, as you see crosshairs fly across the screen. John gets 2. The ult invested. Zelsis gets the last. Dude, some of these rounds have gone down to the wire.
Switching sides.
Yeah.
And then others have been very messy.
That was a nice post plant from Sentinels, just playing in. They understood that that Astra Wall was going to block off A ramp and A main.
You can take a look at it again.
Nice shot.
Yeah, Saucy had a massive round.
Oh,
That second kill was crazy. It was a great start for Salat that's been impressive. And there you go.
yeah, they've had really good ideas in both maps so far. It's just not enough in these halves.
We'll see if it's enough to close this thing out. Now that they're on the attack side, a 1-3-1, very similar, very reminiscent to what we saw Sentinels do.
And this time, if Hunter Thieves were to go B, you have the Omen flash here.
Yeah, with the cam for contact. The tough thing is, they're so concerned about the space that's been lost. They're gonna hear the dog. In a lot of ways, as you look at the minimap, you see there's like concern and paranoia from both teams on what's happening A main. Did you take it? No. Did you take it?
Destroyed.
I don't have it.
This flash should get the info that there is a lurk on A. They don't know how many though. That nade missed.
Saucy dancing around the utility, looking for the right time to strike.
And here's the
Here.
classic Sentinels.
Planted.
Pistol defense, just playing a retake. It's going to be coordinated. It's going to be nice. What can Hunter Thieves do to disrupt this? There's the nade to clear hell. The flash out.
I mean,
He jumped into the nade!
5 pieces of utility used in an attempt to retake that.
Oh!
I mean, it's calculated.
He's snappy with it.
It's surgical. It's beautiful.
Oh, and you saw it. Hunter Thieves' game plan there was to basically retake the retake, but the timing was just off.
Yeah.
Boostio ended up jumping into hell into the nade as soon as it was blooming. That's rough.
And I think even just looking at the kill feed and seeing how many people get assists and how many assists take place when you see these kills come through on the retake is really indicative of how they play it out, right? Everybody gets involved.
It's tough. I mean, you know what's coming, but
You can't
what can
stop
you
it.
do about it? Sometimes utility is just too good. And the pace of how Sentinels go together on the retakes to get trades. It's just on point. Whoop.
A lot of mid-presence here. Zealous' spam not connecting, takes a step back though.
Saucy got info on Bang on this lurk. So maybe just jiggling in this corner, trying to see if he can punish him if he walks up. Oh, I think Boostio saw Jordan here.
May have. And if there was any doubts, it's confirmed now.
Poison's off.
The one place that they haven't really gotten any info is B. And I think by what they've seen so far, they've been able to deduce there's a whole lot of action
What a good cage.
coming mid. That cage is perfect, you're absolutely right.
No charges left.
With that mid control, Second understands he has to fall back here. Maybe he's gonna try to get in his sight. And this is the perfect spot for a Sky to be.
I think one of the benefits is Sentinel's pace here is they've already gotten past some of the util.
30 seconds
EU
left.
playing on site, dropping
Spike
Saucy.
planted.
They got the spike down. That's
The timing.
big, but how much more can they find? Bang sticks a barrel of the Sheriff into the ear of John QT, tries to survive the spam. Tuck around the corner, upgrades the weapon to 1v2, will not convert, as Sentinels will get to 9.
And he almost made it happen. That was clean.
Yeah, he did.
I like how he took his time on that last kill. A lot of players would just sit there and spam and the bullets would not connect. Showing some poise, but a 9-5 scoreline right now.
Someone is A.
Seconds left.
You take a look at that again.
Here with my-
I think this is really where things start. This is where if you're 100 Thieves and you are going to attempt to come back, it really has to convert here. You can't afford to lose this round.
Here.
Yeah, but in that eco round, what they did was they were trying to feel the defense out of Sentinels, and they got to understand how the players rotated and what the setup was onto the actual site once they took mid control. So I'm wondering if we see a punish here on Sentinels.
They don't have much of a buy. It's a Guardian for 10s. It's the only rifle really to speak of.
Saucy dogging out A earlier in this, but mid control gathered from 100 Thieves.
Here.
You see the setup too is so nice.
Why
As soon as the
destroyed?
cam gets info, Zealous has a better understanding of what's waiting on the other side. The trip there to protect him too. This is really aggressive. That was way too much for Bang to deal with. The question is, what do they do with that weapon? It seems like, yeah, Tense is going to get the Phantom. The Guardian goes in the hands of Saucy. Meanwhile, the rest of the hit is B.
He's just spraying and praying, trying to get any chip damage he can. And John's just gonna give.
Again, this bonus would be huge if they can pull this off. Boostio's weak.
Wingman, you did good.
They've gotten one step closer. Does not look like there's any challenge or any threat to Wingman, so he gets a spike down.
Look at this right here on the minimap. Sachi on the flank. When does he take his timing?
They've got him surrounded. They've got him corralled and controlled. EU playing anti. Zekin satcheling out. Ultimately falls, but confirming that there's someone hell. Meanwhile, again, the smoke keeping Saci back.
Oh, Boostio's looking though. He's so aware.
He knows, but he was weak. He falls. A 2v2 now. Cryo's so weak. Asuna is too,
Oh
but
my
the snap
gosh.
is clean. Saci left alone. Can he pull this off? He's gotten it down to 1. Switches weapons. Time is short. Does he have a smoke? Cryo's gonna clutch it out. 100 Thieves get to 6.
Whew. Costly and very, very close. Saci maybe taking a little bit too much time there on the flank, but it's tough. You know, somebody could have been in B main that whole time. He was waiting for his team to make contact first and then proceeding to go forward.
Right.
And I think Thieves did a really good job of, again, not allowing the retake to fully come through with the utility and disrupting it. They pushed into CT that allowed Cryo to flank and secure the round win, but that was costly.
A Bulldog for Bang, a Guardian for Boostio.
Yeah. Early mid default again.
They're trying to clear out that trip.
I think they heard it be placed earlier
I think so too.
in the round, and they finally break it with a satchel. That leaves Asuna with no utility, and Bang gets caught out.
Again in A main.
What's important here is the timing of what happened. The last few rounds, Saci has been using that dog just to get the info. This time, Zekin peeking behind it, punishing Bang.
Poison's off.
The only thing keeping Celsius away from the 4 remaining members of 100 Thieves right now is that smoke. And Zekin pounces at just the right time. The rocket just a little short, not connecting.
It's insane. And remember what I said that Asuna should have done on their defense. Zekin just did it. Gets the kill in A main, rotates all the way back into B heaven. Gets another one.
Now playing down low. Looking to see if there's any head that he can take.
It's too good.
Spike down B.
It's too good.
You wouldn't believe it, he just landed yesterday. Between John QT and Zekin, they're running away with this thing. Sentinels up to 10.
Again, the forbidden triangle set up on the B site. You have a guy in hell, a guy playing pillar, and a guy back site. Everyone can swing off of one another.
Dude, that's such a tough. I think you're right. It was Zekin pushing behind the dog.
Yeah.
That was just too much for Bang.
It's just a hard read play, and that's Sachi telling Zekin, yo, this guy's been walking up after the dog.
Yeah.
So even if he doesn't break it, just take the line and hold for him. And he gets the kill, instantly rotates to B heaven with the rocket for the speed up.
And this time you see an adjustment in the call. The 1-3-1 has been set aside for now, as it seemed like they want to go a little bit faster B with the Nightfall.
Whoa.
And the Prowlers. They're trying to get some space. Saci still gets a kill on Asuna. Tens is there to help. How much more can they do as Bang opens up the site, but Celsius is there. He's gonna drop the ball! Celsius with 3, Sentinels with 11. They stand in the face of the punch. What a hold.
I feel like sometimes Celsius is surprised by himself. I see his own reaction to his own plays, and even he's like, oh my gosh. It's just easy for him sometimes.
These two right here.
Wow. And look at it, he looks surprised. Okay, I'll take what I can get. And this is Sentinel's best map for a reason.
That's just so tough. And again, that
And it was close too. It wasn't like it was like a
right. It
free
wasn't.
round.
Yep. You're absolutely right. And again, for 100 Thieves, that previous round was a different look. Right? They moved away from the 1-3-1 because that wasn't working. They tried to hard hit B with the Nightfall. That didn't work either.
This is something new. Early mid aggression from 100 Thieves into an A hit. But we have the trips here, and John's just ready for this. He's playing far back into screens. He's just going to spam off the trips. So if these are not broken, it's going to be disaster for 100 Thieves.
That's tough too. Asuna doesn't have
And this is a one-way cam.
Yeah,
They're going to see their feet before cam is broken.
There it is.
Great trade, though, from Bang.
destroyed.
Austin Falls and the trips that you were referring to are still up in play.
And there's no nade to break him now, so this is going to be tough to walk into a main here.
Lucio's got the utility ready. Sassy just respects it.
He's so good.
Wisely so.
He's so good.
They invested the Seekers here.
Welcome to my world.
That's a deep hit, too.
Wow.
Sassy gets
planted.
caught by Thrash.
This is so good. It's planted for heaven, and they didn't have to go through A main at all.
Now the defense is kind of trapped. You can't really explore heaven. There's a lot of shot at this here. Cryo has a Phantom too.
Oh, the timing from Tyson.
That was really, I mean, that was their opportunity. Bang picks it up, and it's instantly dropped again. It's beautiful from Sentinels.
I spoke about how this map is John's playground, and it looks like he got a second win. Came in tired. Came in through in a last-minute flight, 5 a.m.
Match point.
Yeah, it was business class, of course, you know, because that's how they roll. But you know, it still sucks flying like that and having to show up for a match.
Reloading.
Yeah, John looks good. He continues to look good.
And just changes his setup. Now he's on the B site.
14-9.
Ah,
Zekin's doing Zekin things.
I was literally about to say the exact same thing.
As this Sentinel squad hasn't slowed down.
Here's that mid trip again. Not broken right away this time. Ooh.
First shot not connecting.
It's not broken at all. Did they not hear it this time?
This time it's Tyson, it's Tens, excuse me. You've messed up with my brain. Now I'm calling him Tyson. It's Tens who's here, and he's got Knob holding the line.
Are they ready for this?
Sassy's used his
footstep
dog.
was made.
He's still here. He still has the line.
He should be dialed in on this. He heard the footstep.
Tyson, Tens, with the up.
Tenzin?
You've destroyed me. Connects with two. Austin there on the counter.
Divided.
The Cosmic Divide is going to throw things apart.
And this pace, the A-ramp re-clear, it's too fast. For 100 Thieves, and that mid chip that wasn't broken should be the nail in the coffin.
A complete dismantling in the second half. 100 Thieves won one round. Absolute cinema. Sentinels destroy 100 Thieves.